Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. This is Christy, and this is the recipe of the week. It's a sweet potato, turkey sausage, egg bake. But before we get started, let me remind you that just this past Monday, we put a video out that was March 1st, and it had a little special announcement in there that we are doing a giveaway that will close on March 5th, 2021, and you have to comment on that video. So if you missed it, be sure to go back to that grocery haul video that I will have linked in the description and at the end of this video, and be sure to check that out, check out all the rules, and make sure that you get entered in. It is for a $50 gift card. If you're interested in that, be sure to check that out. But now, let's get started on how to make this recipe. Okay, so starting off, we're going to put some coconut oil in the skillet. It says half of a tablespoon, but we doubled this recipe. And so I put 2 teaspoons. It actually said to do half a tablespoon for the recipe, so I should have done a whole tablespoon, but that's what I'm doing, and I'm putting it on medium-high heat. Also, while I'm doing that, I'm also browning some sausage, and you're gonna notice when you see it, you may think, that doesn't look like turkey sausage, and you're right. I make this normally with turkey sausage, but Joel accidentally picked up regular pork sausage, and in his defense, they are right beside each other on the counter, in the little what do you call that thing, the glass doors, and you open it up. Anyway, whatever, in Walmart, they're right beside each other, and so it was an honest mistake, but I'm not going to waste it, obviously. Okay, so that's pretty well heated. I'm gonna go ahead and add sweet potatoes. It's supposed to be 2 cups of sweet potatoes that are nicely diced. You want to make sure that it's really diced well, because you want this not to take forever for them to get tender. But we're going to do that. We're going to add, it called for sea salt, but you know I have pink Himalayan salt generally as a rule in our house. And I'm just going to salt that really quick, and then I'm going to stir it. Okay, I'm going to cover this, and about, I'll check it every few minutes, but we're going to be going for about 10 minutes with that, and I will pick up in 10 minutes or 10 to 12, however long it takes. It's been 10 minutes. And you just check to make sure that they are tender. And they don't even have to be extremely tender. These Tefal skillets heat up a lot faster than other skillets, in my opinion. And so it didn't even take the whole 10 minutes for me to see that they were getting tender, but just make sure they're tender. And at this point, my turkey sausage, because we're pretending that it's turkey sausage, is already cooked, and we're going to add, it should be a half of a bell pepper according to the recipe, but again, we're doubling up. I didn't want to cut half of a bell pepper and then try to figure out what I was going to do with the other half, because I don't have a lot of, I don't eat a lot of bell peppers, and no one else in my family does. I don't want there to be this half of a bell pepper in the refrigerator that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. So between that, and I didn't want to have to try to figure out, how to keep the other half of the pork sausage good, I decided I'll just double up on this recipe. Now, also, if you like onions, you would put onions in at this point. Let that go for about another 3 minutes. Okay, So at this point, it's been going for 3 minutes. It said just make sure that your peppers are soft, and if you have onions in it, you'd want those to be translucent. Okay, so the next step is to add spinach. Until I am recording this on a Monday, I can't keep nothing in my hands. Okay. And it said to do 3 to 4 cups. I just got one of these sizes, and we're just gonna work with this. This is only 5 ounces, so it is definitely not 3 to 4 cups of spinach. So if you want a ton of spinach in yours, then be sure to add more than that. But since I buy it organic, I would rather have 5 ounces of organic spinach than I would rather have 5 ounces of organic spinach than a ton of non-organic. But if that's all that your budget can afford is the non-organic, that's okay. But that's how, you know, instead of buying a ton of conventional spinach, I buy a small 5 ounce container of organic so that it's organic. Because spinach is on the Dirty Dozen list. It has a lot of pesticides on it. So is one of those that I do my best not to have conventional. Okay, so we've got that wilted down. Now we're going to add the turkey sausage. Remember, we're pretending that this is turkey sausage. And I could have drained this, but instead I'm doing things the hard way apparently because it's Monday. By the way, if you don't want to use sausage, I'm sure you could either use like some kind of vegan alternative, or you could even leave it out. I mean, there's plenty of you know, egg-based like casseroles and things like that that you just put spinach and stuff in and you don't have sausage. So if you don't want that, leave it out. Okay? You remove the pan from the heat at that point. So this is the next step. We've got a pan that has been I sprayed with cooking spray. Just excuse how old my pan is. It still works. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all the mixture and put it in. Whew, that was heavy. Around, make sure you got you plenty of everything so that when you bite into it, you get all the things. You know, you don't want a spot with just spinach and no sweet potatoes or red bell pepper in it. You know, you want it mixed well. I have not yet doubled up on the rest of the recipe. It calls for 7 eggs. We're gonna see what happens if I just use the 7 eggs. If not, I'll go ahead and make 7 more. But I just cracked the eggs, salt and pepper in it, and whisked it. Now we're gonna pour it over the top. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use the other 7 because it's supposed to cover all of it. All right, here we go. See? Catching those spots that we missed the first time. Whoa. You didn't get mixed up in there very well, did you? Okay. Okay. Now we need to mash that down just a little bit. Make sure that all the sweet potatoes and everything, sausage, the whole thing is all underneath the egg. Nothing sticking up above. Doesn't say why, but I'm guessing that it would probably burn them. We're gonna put this in the oven at 375 degrees and it's gonna be for 16 18 minutes. And of course, since I doubled up on it, I may have to go a little bit longer. I'll let you know. Because what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna check to see that the center is set. And if the center is set, then I'll go ahead and take it out. But if not, then I'll just put it in for another 5 minutes or so, however long. But that is the preparation of this dish. And now we're gonna put it in the oven, let it cook, and I'll show you the finished product after it's done. Okay, so I just took it out of the oven. And as you see, I checked and it looks pretty set. And so we're going to let this sit for 5 minutes. And then we will go on. I think it'll be done at that point. Okay, and this is the finished product. You just cut it into squares and take out as much as you want and put it in the microwave or in the skillet every morning or whatever, and you have a really healthy breakfast that has good ingredients in it. Well, that is all for the recipe of the week. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below and tell us if you've ever had a breakfast bake like this and if you plan to try this. And until next time, this is Christy with The Long Run with Joel and Christy saying it's a long run. Give yourself a little grace. Bye.